Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah.
Welcome here. How are you?
I'm great, man. I'm great.
I'm really happy to have you here for the code. And you're in Paris because you were performing for Fête de la Musique at Sony's Pizza.
Yeah.
And I have the feeling you have kind of a strong relationship with France and with Paris because you are one of the few American rappers who really delivered a great verse on a French rapper song. I'm talking about the Jazzy Bass one.
Oh, that was wow. That was a while ago. That's crazy.
Yeah, but it meant something, I think, for French rap at this time.
Right.
And you always know there's a lot of French rappers who talk about you, listen to your music. So what's your relationship with France and maybe with French rap?
Jazzy Bass was probably like the first guy that I worked with.
Okay.
You know, and that really like opened my eyes to it. I was like, oh, okay. You know, this is kind of cool. You know, I love that song.
You never
too.
listened to French rap before that? Like it was too far from you before?
Yeah, it was probably just out of my range and out of my reach. Yeah. And then I started liking, you know, some more of it. You know, the more time I spent over it. I want to do more collabs, you know what I'm saying, with some French artists and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm into it and I'm open to it.
I think Maxime, one of your guys, who's working with you.
Maxime.
Yeah, I'm saying Maxime. That's his first name, French name. He told me that you were listening a lot to PNL, Le Monde Rien back in the
like
days.
That. Way. Oh, shit. I used to like that song a lot. I used to listen to that all the time when I was over here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, like I said, man, I'm into the culture over here. I'm with it, you know what I'm saying? Like everywhere I go, I always try to collab with somebody, you know, in you know, different areas and shit like that. So, this is a huge market for rap, you know what I'm saying? Huge, you know, bigger than people think. So,
I have the feeling that there was a change with the Piñata album, the one you did with Madlib, and I also have the feeling that after this album, you were more popular here. When I'm saying here, I'm saying in Europe.
I agree.
So yeah, was there a change at this time? And you say you were maybe realizing, oh, okay, I have a whole audience now, also here in Europe.
Correct. I think that doing, you know, I think that's probably like maybe like the most important album of my career. One of my best. I don't really like to, you know, rate my albums or grade them because I always give 1,000% to every one of them and, you know, make them special in their own special way. But that was definitely a turning point in my career because, you know, people don't know when I was making that album, I was still signed to Young Jeezy.
Yeah, CT.
Yeah, so really like I was trying to like make, you know, like that album kind of like my my debut with him, but you know, obviously that wasn't gonna work. You know what I mean? So you know, but he had heard it, you know, kind of before everybody.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And he was just looking at me like, you know, no discredit to him or anything of that nature, but he, you know, he probably didn't quite understand what I was doing at the time because it was kind of.
It was not his sound or his.
I can't even say that because, like I said, he, you know, I think that he got a good music opinion. Maybe it just didn't fit what we was doing at the time over there. So, you know, the fit wasn't correct. You know what I mean? With the direction that I wanted to go into, I didn't want to, you know, do the same thing that he was doing. I figured if I was gonna last or I was gonna make a career, you know, that was better than like anybody else that was signed to him. I had to like stand out and I had to do my own thing, you know, and that, you know, that's basically what I did, you know.
How did you meet and want to work with Madlib? Because when you worked with him, he was already like an underground legend, you know, for a lot of people, especially in Europe. Like he has really a cult following around him.
I gotta credit that to Lambo, my partner, because I wasn't really familiar with any of that.
Okay.
You know, coming out of Gary.
Yeah, you know, grew up
now I would say that my ear for music is definitely wider than the average person from my area, from my neighborhood. I can't speak for all the hoods in Gary, but from my neighborhood, I definitely listen to more shit than, the niggas on my block listen to, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't around to the Mad Lib stuff until like Lambo kind of educated me on it. Then I started listening to the MF Doom stuff and like the stuff how he was doing it, and it was just interesting to me. You know what I mean? And I just thought to myself, I was like, what if I talk all of this like street shit on these beats? How that shit would sound? So I kind of feel like I innovated that. You know, now I kind of like created a lane. Other guys kind of stepped in and kind of started doing that same thing, but. Once I started doing that, I think, like you said, my career just went in a different direction, and that's because I wasn't afraid to like take a risk, and just hone in on what I already had in me instead of like looking for something else and try to like I said, man, like my time with Young Jeezy really helped shape my career because it really helped me to focus on where I wanted to go and what I really wanted to do,
I have the feeling, and since the beginning of your career, you're one of the rappers that is acclaimed by like, people who really like rap, and sometimes people who like street rap, if I can say that. But also you have like Pitchfork and The Fader, who are saying that you're one of the best. And I'm saying, like, since Midwest Gangsta Box from Cadillac Music, I think I discovered you maybe on Pitchfork back in the days. Maybe, I don't know, but on or on the blog, on an American blog. So since the beginning, you had this true size, like, people from the hood listening to your shit, but also people from the media were like, and I have the thing that not that many rappers have this.
The balance.
Yeah,
I mean, balance. You know what? I think that I kind of, I came from the blog era of rap. I think that's kind of what that's kind of my era, like rappers from my time period or whatnot. So I think that, during that time you had to survive in this game a different kind of way, with the internet and, it kind of changed the way things are. And like now things are even more advanced with the streaming and all of that. It's really a different game now. So it's like, you got to use the internet as a tool. But, I just use it as a tool to get where I needed to be. I don't like try to let it like play me or nothing like that. Or, because, I can, these days you can either be a artist or you could be an influencer. You know what I'm saying? And like sometimes this game as an artist will turn you into an influencer. And it'll make motherfuckers not even give a fuck about your music no more because you're just on the internet so much, or you talking on the internet so much, or so I kind of like lay off of that a little bit and just like focus on the art. I don't even like run my page. Instagram banned me anyway, so so I just just kind of focus on making the art, man, and not so much on being an influencer and just really just being an artist. You know what I mean? I let the influence and shit out.
But how do you manage to keep like your also the balance between private life and public life? Because I'm saying that also because you're talking not as an influencer, but you're present on internet, you're making jokes, and sometimes also you show pics of your families and stuff like that. So how do you keep the balance?
I mean, you gotta show that you're human, and that's it.
Okay.
And that's how I look at it, man. You know what I mean? Like, y'all know I'm here, I'm human, I'm just doing my thing. I'm a man, I make mistakes, I make great things happen, you know what I mean? So either way it go, like I said, I'm just human. You just show you human a little bit, then I get off that shit. But I don't like, you don't need to know every fucking thing I'm doing every minute. So, so I hit it with a joke and shit here and there. But nah, I don't let the internet stuff consume me, man. I just focus on what I gotta focus on.
How do you react to people who are always finding people who are lookalike?
Oh, I love that. Yeah, every bald black man look like Freddie Gibbs. So I'm used to that shit now.
Yeah.
Man. Whenever people say stuff about me on the internet and joke or whatever, they can say some of the worst shit. You know what I mean?
It doesn't affect you? Even
nah, man. I got tough skin, man. You can't get mad at somebody typing behind their phone. It is what it is. Sometimes I might fire back and like fire a joke back, but nah, I'm never really serious about nothing. because like I said, it's all, you know, behind the phone. You know, when it get physical, then, you know, we get physical. But for the most part, no, I don't none of that shit really bother me. All of this shit is a game to me, you know.
Okay.
You know, some people, it might, like I said, it might touch other people's hearts, you know.
Yeah. I know some artists.
And then they want to get physical, but, you know, we can get physical too, but nah, that shit don't really, but the talking don't really bother me or affect me at all.
Yeah, okay. Just to go back, you said that you were signed by Young Jeezy now, on CT.
Correct, yeah.
And I remember like when you signed, because it was very anticipated, you were like kind of someone who was underground. I think for people who were like, you know, looking at the XXL freshman list of 2010 and something, you were one of the upcoming artists. And Jeezy was one of the biggest rappers back in the day. So it meant something.
Yeah, definitely.
It meant something. So for you, what didn't really work? Because after that, you quit CT and you created your own independent label. So what was the problem over there?
Wasn't really no problem.
Okay.
Like I said before, it was just musical direction, you know, the direction I wanted to go in my career. But I can't say it was no problem, man.
Okay.
Maybe at the time it seemed like a problem, but it wasn't no problem. When looking back, you know, as you get older and you look at things, you be like, nah, it wasn't really no problem. It was just differences, you know what I'm saying? But a problem, no. I wouldn't say no problem, you know. It was just a different mindset, just people just wanting to go in different directions with things, you know. And just looking at the time of the music industry, like I said, that's before the streaming era.
Yeah.
So
streaming changed everything.
Yeah, streaming changed everything. And not only that, it was just the way we did things in music were different. The way you set up an artist, the way you sold it, the way you presented it was just a different thing. You know. And I ain't really want to go through that process. I wanted to like create my own process, and you know, and it worked out for me. You know what I mean? So I, like I said, that's why I said I don't really look at that time as a negative.
It's not a bad memory for you.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. I had some of the best times of my life.
Okay.
You know, being around him and being around that. So I'm not I ain't mad at that at all. Like I said, at the time it seemed off, you know. Like I said, that's
maybe you were frustrated or so.
That's just where we were in rap, man. With the whole, you know, it seemed like you know, to leave, you kind of had to have beef or something like that. But man, we didn't have no problem at all. It wasn't no problem. No, me and him ain't even never like yelled at each other. I don't think so. It wasn't no issue.
Okay.
Not really.
Just before that, you say that Madlib was not really someone that you listened to when you were growing up.
No.
Was Jeezy one? And
of course.
Yeah. What were the rappers that you were really listening to? Because I remember, maybe, I don't know if it was something for you, but a lot of people were comparing you to Tupac back in the days. When I discovered you, I saw that a lot.
It's because we both bald, I think. That's what it is.
Because musically, I'm not saying you have nothing in common, but it was not obvious for me. Like when I'm listening to Freddie Gibbs, I'm not thinking about Tupac right now, you know.
Me neither. But
so,
I mean,
maybe was he someone that you were listening to?
Yeah, I mean, he's my favorite rapper of all time. You know, him and Scarface. But I don't know. Like I said, I listen to a wide variety of rap coming up. I like everything from, like I said, from Tupac to 8 Ball and MJG to UGK.
Outkast, maybe.
Oh, a lot of Outkast, definitely. I listen a lot of. I mean, damn, I can give you the cliche. Of course, I listen to Jay-Z, of course. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a lot of people in my neighborhood listening to Wu-Tang, but I was listening to that.
Okay. Do you consider yourself as a student of rap? You were
correct.
Like for every area, you had to...
I think that's what made me good at being a rapper, because I was such a student of it. I don't think that I definitely didn't want to be a rapper. It wasn't my aspiration to be a rapper growing up or anything of that nature. But the knowledge that I retained from listening to such a wide variety of it, I think that's what made me, when I ultimately decided to rap, made me a good rapper, because I didn't just listen to one thing. I listened to a lot of things. So it made me explore a lot of different possibilities when it came to creating, you know.
Or was it to make a song with Scarface?
Man, that was a dream. You know what I'm saying? Always, like I said, that's my favorite rapper. Like I said, between him and Tupac is like 1A and 1B. So I was just with him not too long ago.
Okay.
He had a show in LA. And it was cool, man. It was good to see him. It was good to see him. It was with him, Too Short, and DJ Quick. It was just good to see, like, they performed all their hits, all the stuff off their albums, all of that, just to see what they brought to the game. And you know.
Because sometimes it can be disappointing to meet one of our heroes, you know.
Not those guys.
Yeah, okay. So
those guys are solid, you know what I'm saying, Short, Quick, especially Face. Like I said, man, me and Face like family now. So it's, you know, it's always love. And I've learned a lot from those guys, you know, because, I mean, I'm really, to be honest, man, guys like me, man, we stand on the shoulders of giants like them. So, you know, it's good for me to still have guys like that I could lean on, I can call, you know what I mean, if I, you know, need some advice, not even like music stuff, you know what I mean? So,
in life.
Definitely. So, you know, I always give them the utmost respect, you know what I mean?
Do you remember the XSL freshman list of 2010?
Yeah, I remember
because it was crazy, actually.
It was.
So there was you.
I'm surprised I even got on that.
You, J. Cole, Wiz Khalifa, Big Sean.
Yeah.
May you rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, J-Rock, OJ the Juice Man, Fashawn also, really great rapper.
Yeah. OJ the Juice, man. I love OJ the Juice, man.
It's a legend.
Yeah, legend.
Iconic. Man. But how was it back in the days too? Because I don't want to like disrespect XXL, but now it's less popular than it used to be. But at this time, it was something like being in this list. And when you see this list, it's maybe one of the most
it's like the NBA draft, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
how did you live that?
The NBA draft was like, you know, shit. What, 15 years ago, it was way better. You know what I'm saying? Like, now we like, who we go pick, you know what I mean? And I mean, that's just how that's just the era, like I said, the era of rap that we were in, you know what I mean? More young guys, you know, wanted to be rappers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like young guys now more so want to be streamers, more so than they want to be rappers, which is great. You know what I mean? I'm not knocking that. You know what I mean? I love that. You know what I mean? For the youth, those guys are making money hand over fist and taking care of their families. So that's amazing. But
I mean, more people want to be maybe Kaytranada than they want to be Kendrick Lamar.
Correct.
Now,
yeah, correct. Yeah. I'd say so.
Okay.
I'd say so, and rightfully so. You know what I mean? You look at everything that we've gone through, like in the music industry and all of that, you know what I mean? It's kind of, like I said, we're in the streaming era of music now, so it's not the same thing anymore. You know what I mean? Like, it's like the league has changed. So, you know, you got kids, you know, taking different routes to be popular.
No, I'm sure you do too. I'm meeting a lot of young guys and they are always, you know, like looking for advice. Not always, but often looking for advice.
Right.
And in your position, I'm sure a lot of people see you as an example of someone who succeed. You know, you have success, you meet success, you do what you do for a living, and you know. So, and which is interesting, you've been doing that for a long time, which is hard, you know. And I'm sure we saw artists who are very popular for 6 months, and we don't know where they are now. It's hard to stay consistent and not lose the interest of the audience.
You got to keep your integrity, and that's how you maintain your consistency.
That was my question. What is the advice that you would give to someone who just wants success?
Yeah, you got to keep your integrity, man, because you know, success is a fleeting thing. You know what I mean? It can be gone tomorrow. You know, so I think that you just maintain who you are and maintain your integrity of what you do. You know, it's like putting a product on the shelf. You know what I'm saying? If you know, if your product stay true to what it is, then they gonna keep rocking with it forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I'm trying to think, like, it's like Pine Sol. You know what I mean? My grandma was going in the store getting Pine Sol to clean the house. You know, now I do it. So it's like a tradition. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Clorox bleach. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you think of bleach, you think of them. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a brand name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I stand on it like Frank Lucas, Freddie Gibbs. It's a brand name.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, it ain't gonna be nothing else like it as long as I keep doing what I do. You know what I mean? And not, you know, like Hennessy got a good slogan, like never blend in. and I'll be like, yeah. And that's what you gotta do. You just never gotta blend in. You know, I love all music and all forms of it. You know what I mean? I don't try to, you know, my favorite rapper is Future. You know, that's really all I be listening to. But I don't try to make what he make or do nothing or try to, you know what I mean? I love it. I just love that from a distance. Then I go make what I make. You know what I'm saying? You get inspired in all kind of different ways from all kind of different music. But I think you got to just stay true to what you do, and then, you know, you'll be fine, man.
Do you have a favorite album or mixtape by Future?
Oh, shit.
It's hard because he's making too many.
Man, I don't even know where to fucking start. It depends on my mood. Like I said, that's my favorite artist. I think that he's one of the, you know, most important artists of the past 20 years. Yeah. So I don't... A favorite? Damn. I was just listening to mixtape Pluto probably this morning when I was working out.
Okay,
you know
so it's really your life.
When I'm working out, I'm listening to different Future, you know what I mean? You might get dumped by a girl, then you listen to some different kind of Future. So it's...
he has different moods for every day, every moment of your life.
Every mood, man. That's what makes him so great. That's amazing. You know?
I was talking with Max or Maxime. I don't know
Max.
I don't know how you call him.
The ladies call him Maxime. I just call him Max.
I'm calling Maxime, so I don't know what that means. But he told me that you have, because you're talking about like when you were working out this morning, told me that you have a strict like discipline when it comes to your relationship with sport. Why is that so important for you in your daily life now?
Definitely is very important as I get older, for sure. But you know, I'm up there selling a product, and you know, and for a while, you know, I was putting on these shows. It wasn't like nobody on stage with me or anything, no hype man, anything of that nature, no background dancers, no singers. It really just be me and the microphone. So it's like, you know, I got to be in the, you know, I feel like I got to be in the best shape possible just to even deliver what I record on record, to rap all of that stuff by myself with nothing, no backing tracks or anything of that nature. You know, I feel like it's
you have to be in shape.
Yeah, to rap for an hour and a half is a strenuous thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? For me, you know, and I think that, you know, taking, you know, my health seriously, it does nothing but enhance that, you know what I'm saying? Jeez. Plus, I got to walk in these fashion shows. I can't be looking all fat, man. So it's just...
Also, that was also my second part of the question, because you're talking about a brand, and maybe also that's also a part of the brand. You're also selling that for a part of the audience.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of, sort of. Yeah. I mean, like, you know, being in shape is my thing. I look at guys before me, like, you know, like LL Cool J.
He was
Pac, they used to take their shirts off and do their thing, you know what I mean? I got hot at a show one day and then started doing it because the shirt was too sweaty because I was up there working, and I'm just like, oh, might as well just keep going. So it's like, nah, you know, can't come out as a fat Freddie Gibbs. That product ain't gonna work. So I got just, you know, I got to keep it all the way together. You know what I'm saying? And plus, you know, like I said, it helps with you know, with especially with the acting and all of that type of stuff in the film and the roles that I got to play for those, you know, I definitely, you know, got to be in shape. One day I want to play a fat man in a movie. That's my goal. You know what I'm saying? Like Nutty Professor.
If you want an Oscar, you have to do that.
Yeah,
you know? You have to gain some weight for.
I know, man. Damn, what's my guy's name?
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale, dog. Like him and Tom Hardy, they're my favorite actors. Favorite white actors, you know what I'm saying? I got that. Let me clear that up. Let me clear that up. Samuel Jackson, Denzel, y'all still my guy. You know, Don Cheadle, y'all still my guy. But Tom Hardy and Christian Bale, man, I love them. I just watched Tom Hardy and
Mobland. Did you watch Mobland? It's a new TV show.
I was just talking about that in the car. Tom Hardy is the coldest motherfucker. Yeah. We got it's crazy because I saw Tom Hardy, but I don't think he didn't know who the fuck. Of course, he didn't know who the fuck I was. But we got the same tattoo artist, and we was getting a tattoo. I think the same day or something like that. And I was like, damn, that's fucking Tom Hardy, man. Like, God damn, I would love to do a film with Tom Hardy. That'd be amazing. He can kill me in the motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. Like, I just wanna.
You're okay to be killed by Tom Hardy.
I'll definitely break my man. Shoot the fuck out. Do whatever you gotta do, man. I fuck with Tom Hardy heavy, man. I would love to be in any type of film with him. That's top tier right there. Like I said, I just watched Mobland. I loved it. I want to know what happens because his wife stabbed him in the end. So I want to know what happens with that shit. So
did you watch the movie Warrior? Maybe I'm Warrior. With him, Joel Edgerton, and Nick Nolte.
Yeah, I seen that. I just watched some other shit called on Netflix called Havoc. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was crazy. I'm trying to see what's my favorite. You know what? It's crazy because I never wanted to watch that movie Inception because that shit used to make me go to sleep. It was about going to fucking sleep. But on the plane, I watched it and then I seen Tom Hardy was in the motherfucker. Yeah. That made me keep watching it. I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, Tom Hardy's that motherfucker. I love him, man. Like I said, I would love to work with him.
Yeah. When did you start this acting career? Because we saw you in Power, and you had like the first, it was your first role of Down with the King. She's about a rapper who is becoming a farmer.
That shit was crazy. Now I just got another movie role. I'm about to do some nature shit. I ain't gonna talk about it yet, but it's about to be crazy. Really, to be honest, I went through a period of my like rap career where I was like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna, keep doing this.
Yeah.
For a long amount of time. I was like, shit, at a certain point in time, shit, you damn near you run out of shit to rap about.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Said everything.
Yeah.
What more can I say? The Jay-Z song.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what the fuck more can I say? So it's like, you gotta really live life. And I think that after I made that first Alfredo album and got nominated for the Grammy and all of that stuff, is like, shit, I didn't really know what I was gonna kind of do after that. I was just like, fuck. So I kind of like took a little time and just chilled, got in a little trouble, you know what I mean? Like, played in the dirt a little bit, lived, traveled, all of that stuff. And and I think, that amount of, all of those experiences, good or bad, really gave me the inspiration to kind of keep documenting it, so to speak, and making music, what I mean? Because like I said, you can get complacent. And I think God put me through the past 5 years a lot of trials and tribulations so that I wouldn't get complacent, and so that I could remember who the fuck I am,
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like I said, man, things could just be going too well for you and you don't got to face no adversity. Then you can get to the point where you just like, So, like I said, man, I went through a lot the past 5 years, and it was just, all it did was sharpen my pen up even more and make me even more of a focused individual.
And movies were like a way out for...
I'm not going to say a way out, but it gave me hope for the future, that I can always transition into something else and other things, you know what I mean? And I'm not just labeled as just a rapper, you know what I mean? Because, in America, you just being a rapper, I mean, honestly, let's keep it the fuck real. Like, it's really like another way for them to call you a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to say it, but it's true. You know what I mean? Like, I see motherfuckers that happen to motherfuckers every day, and they're like labeled, they be like rapper, blah, 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 get shot, or rapper, blah, 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 commits crime, or rapper goes, it's like, damn. I'm like, and I look at the shit and I'm like, I didn't even know this nigga rapped. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because he say he rapped, he a rapper. Being a rapper used to be kind of a prestigious, it was a little bit more prestige to that job. So I think that, it's great to do, but I think that you definitely got to use this platform to, get to another platform in your life, whatever that may be. Like I said, some people transition into being streamers and being in the media and things of that nature, I just want to go to a, different level of art, whatever that is. Like I said, film, however that may come across.
No, from our perspective, or at least my perspective in France, sometimes we can have the feeling that in the US, people are, like, it's more advanced than it's here. Of course, we know there is racism in the US, of course. But for example, if you're talking about rappers, you've been acting in movies since the 90s, for example. In France, it's more new. Like, since maybe 10 years, we have more and more rappers who are approached by movies and stuff like that. But still, it's we don't have that many. And now when we see the BET and stuff like that, we have the feeling that rappers or people from like the hip-hop culture have more power in the US than we have here in France or in Europe. Do you have the feeling that maybe it's not really true? There's still a lot of racism in the industry, or do you have the feeling that it's more and more positive, if I can say that?
I think it's different, and I mean, of course, it's racism in the industry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
I just think that, I don't know, like with rap, you know, like they really turn it into like a dog-eat-dog kind of thing. You know, it's kind of like the industry will make it geared toward a lot of negativity. I don't see as much controversy in a pop music genre or a country music genre. Ain't none of them motherfuckers beefing and killing each other.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen no country music artists kill no other country music artists. But I've seen rappers kill each other. You feel me? So I would say it's more of a dangerous thing to be in. You know what I mean? Honestly.
Yeah.
And you know, as far as everything else is, man, I just want to be, you know, I don't care if you label me a rapper. I'm probably one of the best rappers to ever rap. But the thing is, you know, I want to be a all-around world-renowned entertainer, you know, like a Sammy Davis Jr. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I said, man, I'm standing on the shoulders of giants like that. So it's like, you know, to be, you know, I don't want the world to be able to just put me in a box. So, like I said, I just try to keep expanding on what I expand on, and you know, my rap's gonna get better. You know what I mean? My acting gonna get better. My writing is gonna get better. You know, I think that the more experience I have, you know, my art keeps building.
That's interesting, because you just said my raps will be better.
Yeah.
And in rap music, we have this conviction, like this belief that rappers are less and less good when they get older. You know, that's how people think. You know?
That's a myth.
And and like,
that's a myth. But motherfuckers do fall off.
Yeah, it happens.
But they allow themselves to fall off. And you know why they allow themselves to fall off? Because they don't remain true to their, like I said, they don't keep their integrity. You know, I see motherfuckers fall off because they try to do something different, or try, like I said, or they try to blend in. You know what I mean? If you know, like I said, if you make a name brand product and keep it the same, it's going to sell for 100 years. Now, you definitely got to evolve and do a little bit of rebranding and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you don't got to change it. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. You know, you don't got to change too much. You know what I'm saying? I think when people try to conform, that's when they fall the fuck off.
Yeah, that's what you said about Future. Like, you love what he's doing, but you will not do Future song or Gonna Sound.
He'll never fall off because he do what the fuck he want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he do what he want to do when he want to do it. And that not give a fuck mentality, you know what I mean, is really what pushes you through in this game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you start listening to all the outside noise, you know, and you don't keep your shit sharp, or if you don't have nothing to fucking rap about, that's when you fall off. It's elements to it, you know what I'm saying? But it definitely doesn't, you know, the myth that you get older and your raps get bad, then that's just a fucking myth. You know, it's what you want to do with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you want to fall, you fall off on your own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But age don't take you out.
You mentioned Alfredo, the collaborative album with Alchemist, which is seen as a classic, I think, now, and was nominated by a Grammy. So my first question is, does it mean something for you to be nominated for a Grammy? Because from my perspective, no, I have the feeling that there are mixed feelings about the Grammys. Like, sometimes it's, of course, it's great because it means something, but sometimes I see also some criticism about the Grammys, about does it really mean something for the culture or stuff like that? And we have the same discussion in France with something called les Victoires de la musique, which is very kind of institutional stuff, and people are like, yeah, it doesn't mean anything for us. But still, we're happy when we have one. So
exactly.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, that's what I tell motherfuckers, man. Like, if you're not invited to the party, of course you gonna say fuck the party. You know what I mean? Like, shit. Of course you gonna be like, fuck that. I ain't gonna. I don't fuck with that. But I mean, you know, I try not to put too much emphasis on it because, you know, I just try to just make what I make, and of course it feels great to be recognized by, you know, the industry that you're in and your peers of that nature. You can't make your career all about that. You know what I mean? Because then you'll be a disappointed motherfucker. And so I don't feel slighted when I don't get picked by shit like that. You know what I mean? And I'm grateful when they do pick me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not one of the motherfuckers getting on, you know, like shit. Shit, I mean, any kind of award, a Grammy, a BET award, shit, a fucking Source award. It don't matter. If you like my shit and y'all, you know, it's all love. I don't really care where the recognition comes from. You know what I mean? Just as long as they give me my respect at the end of the day. And, you know, I'm never going to like shit on somebody trying to honor me. You know what I mean? And if they don't honor me, then whatever. You know, again, you know, I'm making it for, you know, the people that love me at the end of the day. And if that pushes me to, you know, the industry fucking, you know, giving me my props, then cool. If not, it's not. I'm still gonna make the same thing.
Why do you love that much doing collaborative album with a producer? Because you did True with Madlib, you did 3 now, because we can say that Alfredo True is coming.
Right.
So it will be your third one with Alchemist, Fête, Alfredo, and Alfredo True.
Right.
A lot of people are also waiting for a third one with Madlib.
I heard that. I heard that.
Yeah, what do you like about that? And the audience likes it too, because sometimes you use these albums that are the most revered in your discography.
You know what it is with me? I kind of like doing projects with one producer when it's a full project, just because I feel like it makes it more cohesive, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? I love my other albums like Triple S and You Only Die Once, and you know, Shadow of a Doubt. And I love those albums, but you know, the collaborative albums, when it's like one producer, I probably lock in even more. I don't know why, but I just feel like the album is just the album as a whole is just more cohesive. On those other albums, I just got like, you know, favorite moments. You know what I'm saying? Favorite songs. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like it gels more together when it's one producer for like 10 or more songs. You know what I mean? I just love making it like that, and I started doing that, and then I just fell in love with it. So, and like I said, man, now I feel like I'm kind of like known for doing that now. Yeah. So it's just like, you know, I just lock in with the guys that I lock in the best with. I feel like I'm at my best when I'm rapping, you know, with Alchemist, just because of the challenges that his beats present for me. You know, I look at it as a challenge. I'd be like, damn, it's kind of hard to rap on. What I'm going to make out of this? Same thing with Madlib. It's like, I feel like they like throw me a curveball. It's like they give me a challenge to like make a song out of something that will be hard for another motherfucker to make a song out of. So, you know, I just, you know, do that to the best of my ability. And like I said, you know, it ain't doing nothing but like sharpening, you know, my pen, you know, even more.
Yeah. You know, in rap, we talk a lot about, you know, like, the techniques. No, is he a technician, this rapper? And I think you're saying you are a technician. Like you can rap or soulful beats or trap or boom bap, you know, lots of stuff. And you're still, you know, rocking your pen and all these complicated rhymes and stuff like so. Right. You're a technician, but sometimes, you know, like people who are there talk about techniques, it's just, you know, he has a fast flow, or he has this rhyme that we don't really understand, but it seems impressive. So how do you see techniques for you? Because you've been rapping for a long time. So I have also this feeling that it's also a matter of mastering it, you know. Right. And so how do you see the techniques? Because sometimes we talk a lot about techniques, but we don't really know what is it.
I think that me, personally, I think I thrive on versatility. to be honest. The fact that I could like you said, today I might rap on a beat from Boy Wonder. Tomorrow I might rap on a beat from Madlib or Alchemist or or whoever. So
and you can work with rappers who are very different too. Like you can work with Larry June or I don't know. Like
I got some new shit with Larry June too. That's crazy you said that. But like I said, man, it always presents a challenge. You know what I mean? Like I just did a song with Lil Yachty. You know what I mean? And the song he sent me was like, it wasn't a typical Lil Yachty song, and I was like, okay, you know what I mean? So that kind of gave me a window of opportunity to kind of do something different or add my sauce to it. And just like I said, I thrive on being versatile. So I think that when I approach a track, it's like some like an athletic event, like I got to score or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's, to me, it's all athletic. So it's just I gotta, whenever I rhyme, I gotta kind of tailor make a flow, if that makes any sense. Because like I said, I'm the only person from where I'm from, so. You don't know what that shit sound like. So as I'm creating it as I go.
Yeah,
so
you don't have a Gary sound like you have in Atlanta or in Houston.
I'm it. You know what I mean? So if it's somebody come, I'm the first, hopefully I'm not the last, but if somebody come after me, I kind of like laid the blueprint for them,
Yeah. Do you, that's a good point. Like, do you have the feeling that now there are more and more rappers from where you... I don't have the feeling, but maybe I'm mistaken. Yeah,
no.
How do you explain that, maybe? Maybe they are not, because I say...
I'm so good, man. I present it's a high standard to live up to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I think also you say that when you started, I don't want to... with Fingerwall, producer.
That's my dog. That's one of my closest friends.
I think you said like he has one of the few studios in Gary, maybe it's the only one. So
at that time, definitely.
Is it different now, or maybe it's still complicated also for a young cat who just want to rap over there?
It's a different time now. Like during that time, man, we were all trying to get out of Gary. We did that successfully, but us leaving it kind of sort of, I don't know, it didn't kind of like, I'm gonna say it, the rap scene didn't really get off to a start there, you know what I mean? Like, but you had to like leave and go other places to kind of like get your footing in the rap game. You couldn't stay in Gary, you know what I mean?
You had to move to
you had to move to make things happen if you wanted to be in the music industry, because there was no music industry where we're from, you know what I mean? And it's really still not, especially like I said now, with the different era that we in with the streaming era, I feel like it's less and less, rappers. You know what I mean? Like I don't know too many like younger guys that could like rap like me. You know what I mean? I seen one of your interview on here. He was like, I think it was Jid was on here or something like that, and he was talking about how they was trying to make like rap like a young man sport or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think it is. You know what I mean? I just think that if you're great at it, you're great at it. No matter how old or young you are. You know what I mean? I think that maybe the younger guys take a different approach to it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So would you say that now, I'm not saying that rap was better, because I don't believe that, but are you saying that you are maybe not challenged enough by the young rappers? Because when young rappers are coming, they are supposed also to challenge guys like you, to come and say, okay, now it's our time. Do you feel that or not really?
No, I don't feel no challenge from nobody, from no end, young or old. All these motherfuckers, ain't nobody in my lane. I feel like I carve my own lane out. I make my own style, so I don't really...
No, but you can be challenged maybe if for example, I
wouldn't say the younger
when
guy...
Pusha T is like the last Clips song, I find it really dope. And as you said, I'm not a rapper, but if I were, maybe I would like, okay, like this Pusha T verse is really dope, and it can make me, like...
Oh yeah, I would say challenge the wrong word. I would say inspired. I can get inspired by other rappers and things of that nature. definitely inspired by a guy like, you know, Pusha T.
Yeah, for
somebody
me,
that I worked with.
You're close for me. Like,
yeah, definitely. Especially in, like I said, in the lane that we in.
Yeah.
He's definitely somebody that I, you know, always look at and, you know, admire his work. So I just seen his brother yesterday. But shout out to Malice. I don't know. It ain't a lot of things musically, or not in rap. It ain't a whole lot of things that inspire me nowadays.
Okay.
It's difficult to draw inspiration from it. You know what I mean? I love, like, you know, I still love, like, a lot of the, you know, younger guy stuff. I like Boss Man D-Lo. I like his shit.
Yeah.
Fitty Flow, Eating About You. That shit be tight as hell. I like that shit. I like, really, you know what I mean? My daughter's 10 years old now.
Yeah.
And she's starting to, like,
listening to rap,
put me on game on stuff. She get in the car bumping it, you know what I mean? Then I'm bumping it too, because I ain't got no choice. I got to ride to school. I got to take her to school.
She's the boss.
Yeah, she the boss of the radio when she get in the car. So, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I love the stuff that she loves because, you know, like I said, we jammed to it on the way to school. And I felt like the same way. Like my dad, I get in the car. I'm in 4th grade. I had Ghetto Boys, We Can't Be Stopped, that tape. You know, I popped that in. I thought my pops was gonna beat my ass because all the fucking curse word, but he was jamming that shit with me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how I learned how to curse, listening to the Ghetto Boys. So, you know, it's the same. You know, it's a cycle. It just keeps regenerating, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I said, I think rap has changed because the way you sell it and the way you present it. You know what I mean? It's definitely put out at more of a high volume. We definitely kind of in the microwave era of that shit because of streaming, you know what I mean? Yeah. You might have an artist put out 3 albums in a year type shit nowadays, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a little more flooded, you know? The price of the brick then went down because it's oversaturated. But other than that, man, it's, you know, like I said, man, I still, you know, get inspiration musically from everywhere. And I think, you know, even where rap is at, I still think it's in a good spot because, you know, artists are, you know, making money, taking care of their families. I think that we kind of not figured out the industry, but we're more educated to it and things of that nature. You know what I mean? Dudes ain't signing, you know, lifelong crazy contracts no more and things of that nature. I feel like the female presence in rap is
better and better.
Better and better, you know what I mean? I think to me, I think the best rapper in the game, right? Like the top rapper is probably like Glorilla. To me. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Like I said, so and it ain't, I think that's great that a woman could be the best rapper. Yeah, the #1 rapper, not just the #1 female rapper, but absolutely. The best rapper. You know what I'm saying? So that, you know, I love what she does. So, you know, like I said, we just, you know, we in different times with this. So it's like you either got to adapt to it or get the fuck out of it. You know, so and the way I adapt to it is staying in my fucking lane. Yeah.
You say you can be inspired by music from everywhere.
Yeah.
Are you inspired by music from your father? Because if I'm not mistaken, he's a singer.
Yeah, he be singing. I mean, all R&B, period. I'm the king of R&B, man.
Yeah.
I thought you knew that.
So
I might do an R&B album, you know what I mean?
You know, when there was the Freddie album cover, I was thinking maybe, because the cover was really like, really R&B, you know, like really 80s. That's what made, so I was like, maybe we'll do that.
It's coming. It's coming. You know what I'm saying? As long as they keep paying me to make music, I'm gonna keep making different innovative ways to, you know,
you could do that,
to put it out. Definitely could do that. You know what I mean? I was with Kaytranada.
Yeah, I love this guy.
Like what was that? That was probably a couple months ago, and we made a new song. So I was like, all right, let's just make a whole album like this.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's going to be the next thing after
another collaborative album? This time with Kaytranada?
Kaytranada, yeah. That's going to be the next thing I do next. So after, you know, after we run this Alfredo hurricane tornado thing for the next, you know what I'm saying, year or two, you know what I mean? But I think the next thing that I do next will probably be my album with Kaytranada because I already started on it.
Okay, that's
so
crazy.
I started, working on it when I was finishing up Alfredo. Really, I was really inspired by Ty Dolla $ign. Ty Dolla $ign probably one of the best musicians that I ever been in the studio with, all around, totally. When it comes to singing, producing, playing live instruments, to rapping, like he does it all. He's like a Swiss Army knife in the studio. You know what I mean? So the month and a half or so that I got to spend with him in Italy. When we
Vultures, when you were
working
when we
were working with Vultures, that was a real inspirational time for me. Like that really helped me. I was like, all right. I left Italy, then I was like, all right, I'm about to go finish up my album. You know what I'm saying? But Ty really inspired me. So, matter of fact, the first song that I got with Kaytranada is with Ty.
Okay.
So, me and Ty on that joint is definitely one of them R&B. I'm the king of R&B. So, you feel me?
That's a huge
you feel me?
thing to say that.
Yeah.
Being the king of R&B.
The king of R&B, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That might be the name of my album with Kaytranada, you know what I'm saying? So,
so it will be a pure R&B album?
I ain't gonna say pure.
Okay.
But it's gonna be rap and bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I get it.
But it's gonna be cool though, man. It's gonna be real cool, man. I'm really like I said, I'm loving the space that I'm in musically. Like I'm
I have the feeling that you're free.
I feel and
maybe
very
also
free.
thanks to streaming, because now the industry and the economy is different than it used to be 20 years ago.
I can do what the fuck I want to do. Like I don't have to, I don't feel no pressure. I think that when I was younger, it was a whole lot of pressure to be the best rapper, or being one of the best rappers and staying on top, and even like be on the radio and make a hit. And, like that, all of that shit. It was a lot of pressure with that shit.
You don't need a hit now.
Fuck that. I never, after once I like started making music with Madlib and being successful with that, I never even gave a fuck about that anymore. You know what I'm saying? I think that the fact that and I gotta credit that to my supporters and the fans. Like they gave me the opportunity to make this free style of music. You know what I'm saying? Like you run through that Alfredo shit, and it's really just like Al looping some shit and me just being able to just let it all flow out. You know what I mean? Like I didn't really have no structure in mind with a lot of songs. I think that I just like made it. I let it come to me the way it was supposed to, and I just let it all come out naturally. You know what I mean? I didn't really, and that's the beauty of working with Al. It's like I never really had to come in with the plan. I just take the challenge head on with the beat, and let it. I'm real. Like I said, I'm real free. If you listen to this album, it sounds like real. Very free, you know what I mean? Real free flowing. I feel like I'm very relaxed on here, you know what I'm saying? So, that's a great feeling.
Maybe one of the last questions, but is there someone, a rapper or a female rapper, like with you have the best chemistry?
That I had the best chemistry with? That's crazy.
Is there one, or maybe?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. I think that I'm blessed to work with everybody that I work with so far, and anybody that want to work with me, you know what I mean? If I love their work, if it's a mutual respect, then it's always love. I don't know. As of late, I ain't really worked with too many rappers. I love the things that me and Kanye were doing. That was good. It's a shame that a lot of that ain't gonna come out. You know what I mean? But
there was a lot of tracks that you did that will never get out with Kanye.
Maybe not. Not at this time.
Okay.
But that's a shame that a lot of that music ain't gonna come out. But I think that whoever I get in and really like lock in with, if we got that mutual respect, then we're gonna make something great.
How was it to work with Ye? Because
it was amazing, man.
We had a lot of stories about him, but also him in the studio. I'm not even talking about what he's been saying publicly these past months, but just about the artist over the last 25 years. We heard a lot of stuff like, oh, he's a genius, oh, it can be hard, oh, he has crazy inspiration.
Right.
And also, we know that there's a lot of people working on these albums, and I don't see you like that. Like, I have the feeling that you're working just by yourself with the producer and stuff like that. So maybe I'm mistaken, but it must be something totally different to work on a EA album than it is to work on a Freddie album, for example.
Right, definitely. I mean, it'd really just be me and him cooking up ideas by ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, he'll come with a track or whatever, and then I'll just, you know, come with the things that I come with to add the elements to the song. You know, the way he does it was, like I said, the way he constructed the music was, you know, very inspiring. You know, that, like I said, that was another great, you know, musical experience in my career to help me be sharper, be, you know, an even better rapper. It was challenged. You know, it's, you know, you got a challenge when it's, you know, 30 writers in a studio, you know what I mean, trying to get on the Ye album, you know what I'm saying? It's like, shit, you like, damn, okay, let me keep my pen sharp, you know what I mean? Because I don't want nobody to surpass me. Yeah. You know what I mean? But, you know, it was, like I said, man, it was a good experience. I don't have nothing.
You still have this competitive spirit.
Correct. Always. I don't think that nobody could fuck with me when it's time to, like, actually, like, get on there and rap. You know what I mean? Like, the track's set and it's like, all right, let's go. You know what I mean? But that's what keeps me going. Like I said, this shit is like athletic for me. You know?
It's a sport.
Yeah, it's like a sport. Yeah. So I look at it as such. You know, you know, I just feel like as of late, I just been letting my personality just shine through on the tracks. You know what I mean? I don't even, you know, I'm in autopilot right now. You know what I mean? I feel like this shit is just like effortless. You know, when it comes to rhyming, you know, I don't really gotta do too much. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I feel like, you know, I'm one of the, you know, the best to ever do it. So I step in the booth with that mentality every time, and I'm not gonna fail.
I think that's the best way to conclude this discussion.
You're getting too cocky on this motherfucker.
No. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you having me, man.
It was a pleasure.
Always. Yes, sir.
Merci d'avoir regardé la vidéo. Si tu veux en savoir plus sur la rap musique, n'hésite pas à t'abonner à Apple Music. Tous les vendredis, un nouvel épisode du Code Radio. La playlist est régulièrement mise à jour également. Et nous, on se retrouve très très bientôt avec un ou une nouvelle invitée.